What is going on, guys? This is Kyle from the Shadow Realm, and today it's going to be kind of a different kind of video. We're actually going to have this deck tech and some test hands at the end as well, because I realized that that deck tech wasn't exactly great, and the test hands video that I made after that really wasn't good. I was trying to make Firewall as much as I could for some reason, but that's not how I play the deck now. And after much more playtesting than I originally did, this certain list has been amazing so far. It's more centered around synchros, so Firewall's still in the deck because, you know, for Ghost Reaper, but really I don't go into him at all, really. He is good sometimes, but it's not the main thing of the deck, so... But before we get into that, leave a comment down below if you like this deck tech, and I just want to thank everyone who commented on the last videos, who made some awesome suggestions to me and gave us some very good criticism on the video. So again, thank you for that. So without further ado, let's get right into it then. So we're gonna start with let me move this back here. Alright, we're going to start with the main deck, of course. I'm going to be going a little bit faster this time, just so the video is not too long. So, of course, you want your 6 Unizombie. It's just required. And then the other basic part of the zombie package is the Mizuki. Again, not once per turn. This next card's a little bit controversial. The 3 Armageddonite. I get this a lot that I should take this out, but so far... just with my own playtesting, it's been really good because it mills both of these, which are your huge playmakers, and almost everything in this deck is dark, so it really helps. You can't mill Mizuki or Gozuki, but it's usually not a huge deal because they're usually already in the graveyard, and if you mill Mizuki and then bring him back with Mizuki, you know, you can keep going with your plays. So if he eventually does get hit, because I'm guessing he's going to, I'll probably, if he gets banned, that is, I'll probably just, I'm going to have to take all 3 out, but someone suggested Dark Arm Dragon, which I will be playtesting with, and then some Dark Greffers, which I don't have Dark Greffer. I'll put him up on the screen, but I don't have him. He's pretty okay. And then if none of that works, I'll probably just do 2 Dark Greffer and another Vampire Fraulein, maybe, or 2 Greffer and a Dark Arm Dragon. Either way, if he gets hit, that's the game plan here, and I'm going to be playtesting with that in mind. So next, I added these, the 3 Ash Blossom. You just need it. It's a zombie too, which is pretty cool, I guess. She actually came in handy because she's a level 3 tuner in a couple games where I can easily keep bringing this back with Zombie Master and go into more synchros, level 7s specifically. So that's been really good. But yeah, that does it for the 3 ofs. For the 2 ofs, you got your 2 play extenders. You got your Necroworld Banshee and your Glow Up Bloom. So Necroworld, just you banish it from the graveyard and activate Zombie World from the deck. You need Zombie World most of the time because it makes everything a zombie in the graveyard and on the field. And that's what makes your Doom King live. And just really awesome negation with this guy. He's a really good boss monster. You can easily bring him out with this guy. When he's sent to the graveyard, you can banish him, and then if Zombie World's on the field, you can special summon him right from the deck. If Zombie World's not on the field, though, you just add him to your hand. But if Zombie World's not in the field, you're not going to add this guy to your hand because he's kind of a brick unless you can discard him somehow. And then important thing to note about Bloom is that you can't special summon for the remainder of the turn except zombies. So when the effect goes off, just saying. I forget that so much that I've had to put him like on top of my deck so I remember. So just remember that. And the other target for Bloom, if Zombie World's not in the field, is your 2 Vampire Fraulein. This card's nuts. It's spiked in price recently. They're like $10 a pop now, which is kind of crazy, but really good hand trap. It saves me a lot of games. especially if it's like the only card in my hand. That actually turned a game around for me. So just think of that. So really good there. Next for the one-ofs, you got the Glow Up Bulb. I kept him just because 1-for-1 is too good. The 1 Gozuki, because that's just a really good ratio. And then the 1 Zombie Master, because he's coming clutch a lot. Alright, now on to the spells. We got a pretty similar lineup from last time. We got the 3 Zombie World. You need to see this card almost all the time. You can win a game without it though, but your life's a lot easier if you have it. Next we got the 3 Allure Darkness. This card's amazing because if you don't have a dark monster to banish, you just banish, or you just send the whole hand to the graveyard. And one time I drew, I had a Mizuki in my hand and I drew another Mizuki and a spell, so I had to discard everything, but I got 2 Mizukis in the graveyard, so it's just another fun tech kind of thing. I thought I had 3 World Legacy Succession, but I just remembered that I took it out because just for room's sake and to keep it 40 cards. But yeah, you're gonna need 2 World Legacy Succession. And then you got the 3 Burial from a Different Dimension. This card's insane because it just keeps recycling Mizuki, and it's not once per turn. I've drawn 2 of these once, and yeah, it really helped extend all my plays. So we definitely want to play this card since it's at 3. So for the one-ofs, we got the 1-for-1 because you're doing the Glow Up package. The 1 Monster Reborn, always live. And of course, the 1 Foolish Burial because it's a zombie deck, and you definitely want to see this. Anyway, that does it for the extra deck, or the main deck. My bad. Let's move on quickly to the extra deck. There's not a ton. There's only like 1 change in the extra deck right now. So we got the 1 Linkribo, the 2 Vampire Sucker, just an awesome generic. The Wee Witch's Apprentice. I might take this out sooner or later because I don't really go into it that much. Next we got a small Nightmare package, Phoenix and Cerebus. Let me put them down here. We got the 1 Decode Talker for the Link 3. The Firewall, mainly for Cherry's target. So YuGiOh, you always want to play this whenever you can. Just an amazing extender. And the Borlo Dragon to finish off the Link monsters. Now the rest of these are synchros, and they're all really fun. So we got the Coral Dragon. He is now playable again because Frolin is a level 5, and if you have a level 1 tuner, which is pretty easy to do, you can bring this guy out pretty easily. Next you got the FA Dawn Dragster. Another negate. If you have both this guy and your boss monster on the field, you can negate a monster and a spell or trap once per turn. So seems pretty good. Next you got 1 of the boss monster. If you don't like Dawn Dragster, you can throw in the second one, but I just took it out because I never go into it, and Dawn Dragsters are just too good. The 1 Omega, because you can only play 1, and finally the Beals, just when you're pushing for game, or where there's just some problematic stuff on the board, and you want to stay protected, go into Beals. Anyway, that's going to do it for the extra deck. So let's glance over this sideboard. I'm going to regionals soon, and I really want to take this, so this sideboard's mainly going towards a few things. So first off, the winter cherries for the FTKs. You're just gonna need to have that. The 3 Ghost Ogres, just in case you need it. The 3 Twin Twister. This is such an easy side in, and it's really good because the discard is awesome. The 2 Call by the Grave. I don't know why I didn't main deck this. It's just here. The 1 Solemn Judgment, just in case. the 2-dimensional barrier for the Thunder Dragon matchup, and the 1 mermaid just in case you get Ibleed. But when I did get Ibleed, I just used her for the other nightmare, so I'd probably take this out for I don't know, any solemn warning maybe. There's a lot of flexibility with this, with the sideboard. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for the deck profile. Thank you for watching, and we will go right into the test hands for you. So we'll see you there. Alright, so this is the first test hand. Pretty decent hand overall, I'd say. So we're naturally going to start with the Allure. Well, I probably should have should have activated Zombie World and then set Foolish Burial before I did that, because I'd have to banish Unizombie, but either way. That was a pretty good draw, nonetheless. Alright, so your Playmaker, Unizombie, gonna use his first ability to mill. So now he's level 4. Unless your opponent has something, but you're going first. Then we discard, so he's level 5 now. So banish, then get Gozuki. Use Gozuki's effect to mill again. I'm going to mill another Mizuki, I'm guessing. Maybe. Yeah, another Mizuki. Alright, in this game I actually get multiple negates. Well, 2 negates really. And I'm going first. So it's not bad. Of course, we're also assuming no disruption, but which is a pretty big assumption. I think we're going to start linking off. Yeah, Vampire Sucker, such a great link monster. Really is. So we're going to get Mizuki out of here, go right into Unizombie. That's going to let us draw a card off of Vampire Sucker. Even though I didn't do it. Well, now I'm going to do it. And that was supposed to be where it points to. But, whatever. Because I think I'm just going to link off with it anyway. No, we're going into... Oh, Dawn Dragster. There we go. Because 3 plus 4 equals 7. So, there's our first negate. Then we're going to use the Foolish Burial. Again, this deck has a lot of longevity, so doing things in the first turn, you know, isn't that good. You just really want Doom King out, because he's the one who makes the whole... You want Zombie World, and you want Doom King, which is this guy. So there's the 2 negates there. You have Doom King to negate monster effects, and then F.A. Dawn Dragster to negate spells or traps. So it's a pretty good board, I'd say. Obviously, with if you go further in the deck, like the more turns you go into, the more things you draw. Your graveyard's such a great resource that, I mean, and you could even draw Burial from a different dimension because we have 3. But if anything, you want to always go into Saryuja too, so that you can try to get that card, so you can keep reusing Mizuki and just building a bigger board. Alright, with this next one, this is more showing off the power of the deck. And with, like, just building a huge board. And we're going second this time. Which is usually pretty good for big boards. So you always want to start with him. If he gets negated, sometimes you just lose. So, just warning you. Or else you just have Unizombie. You need Unizombie at all times. So the deck has its vulnerabilities, but if you can get it off, it's pretty unfair. I was making sure I can summon Boulder Rock off of that. And you can. It's pretty cool. So you get to mill Mizuki off of Unizombie. I think I targeted Boulder Rock too. So we're gonna do that. Yep. Bulb. We're gonna mill another card. Another Mizuki. We want to use him as much as possible, because it gives you resources back when you link or synchro. So we already used both the Unizombie's effects, so he's level 5, or I think I targeted Boulder Rock both times. So he might still be a level 3, but it doesn't really matter. I know that was kind of a weird play right there, but you'll see, because we're going to go right into Saryuja, because you literally have to. Best play extender. When I played at locals today, it was literally every game I went into Saryuja, because he's just too good. So we don't need that anymore because we have Zombie World. We might need Armageddon Knight to summon him, or not. Oh no, that wasn't Armageddon Knight. Okay, that was World Legacy Succession. Yeah, we have Mizuki in the graveyard, so we don't exactly need that. So we're going to use Saryuja to Armageddon Knight. Oh, I misplayed here. I meant to activate Zombie World first, which I think I noticed it mid-combo. I'm looking through the deck right now. Yeah, I think I literally take him back in my hand and then do Zombie World and then do it. Because I'm like, wait, I can't just like activate Zombie World in response to the effect. So yeah, Zombie World first, then Armageddon Knight. If you didn't draw Armageddon Knight, or Zombie World for that matter, you'd have to use the effect of the Banshee to get Zombie World. So there's your Doom King, and now for the rest of the turn I can't summon except zombies. And that's really good that it's for the rest of the turn, because it makes Saryuja better. You can use him to extend and then just keep going. Again, this is all turn 2. So here's our... I think I realize I can't do that. Oh, I go into the... never mind. No, not Dawn Dragster. Nope. Can't do that. I meant the I meant Red Eyes Necro. There you go. So he's pretty big, depending on your opponent's board too, because he gains 100 for each zombie in the graveyard and on the field, and they're all zombies. So I actually completely forgot it was on the field too. Yep, and then you use that Burial because that card's nuts. Then you have 2 more Mizukis to play around with. And I kept Solitaire banished because you don't really need them. So first Mizuki, bring back Armageddon. That would work, but I'm going to do Doom King first. So 2 Doom Kings. Just bananas. And whenever you use Mizuki, Doom King triggers so you can banish your opponent's stuff. So pretty cool. Now here with Armageddon Knight, I would actually not send Zombie Master to the graveyard like I do. I would send the Banshee, because if your opponent during your turn just decides to blow this up, you can quick effect get another one right out of your deck. So that's kind of like a safe bet. So I would do that. I would send the Banshee to have a security belt for, and even if they call by the grave it, it's still a quick effect, so you can do it in response, because call by the grave targets for cost. So pretty cool. Alright, so this is the last test hand video we're gonna do today. This one's okay. I mean, I just like the interactions of this deck and how it link climbs pretty easily most of the time. It's really all thanks to Unizombie too. So probably one of its biggest weaknesses, but we're just going to keep going with that. I think I discard, because you can discard anything. It doesn't have to be a zombie. No, discarding Mizuki. Which I guess makes sense. I mean, Mizuki's pretty good. And then we're going to Foolish Burial. Gozuki. Gozuki's really good. And I only run him at 1 because of the fact that he's just, like, he's so searchable, and if he's kind of a brick in your hand because he's a normal summon, and you really want to use your normal summon on Unizombie most of the time, all the time, unless he's not in your hand and you don't have Shiranui, which usually is not the case, but if it is, then that really sucks. And if you know you're going against heavy hand trap deck, then .deck, you can side in Call by the Grave. But yeah, so we're going to go in the Sucker. The Sucker is basically the main play, because going first is not exactly the strong suit of this deck. But we're going to use Gozuki's effect when he's sent to the graveyard. Get rid of the Unizombie for some reason. Could have went to a Synchro with him, but whatever. Oh, I get to draw a card now. Ooh, that's a really good one. The 1/1 for 1, even if it doesn't go off, that in the graveyard is still really good. So we're gonna go with the Bloom. Another level 1. The card's probably one of the best cards ever to be printed with the zombies, because it gets the new boss monsters so easily out of the deck. Sure, you have the restriction, but it's okay. I think I'm gonna use Globe Bulb now. Or not. No, I'm gonna go into, I think I'm Synchro. Is it Synchro? Yeah, it's Coral Dragon. I think I don't do that. You can, but I don't think I do anymore. Yeah, there's Boulder Rock. So yeah, now for the rest of the turn, nothing else except zombies. I don't know, Coral Dragon would have been a better play if I had something in my hand. So, I'm saying, hold on a second. I'm gonna redo that, because I realized that wasn't the best, because I have nothing to discard, and I'm going first, so there's no point in that. Alright, so rewind. Top of the deck is still the same. Oh, okay, yeah. Much better to go into Saryuja, because I did not use Glow Up Bloom's effect, so I can use it in response to Saryuja off the chain. So now Saryuja is safe to be summoned, but I can't with anything else. So pretty cool combo. And then of course we're going to go into the Saryuja. We're going to keep one of the cards in our hand. That's a pretty tough one actually, because you get a free special summon off of Saryuja too. And Zombie Master would probably be the worst one. Is that Foolish Burial? I think that was Foolish Burial. I mean, that's still a really good extender too, but I think Armageddon Knight would have been better, because you get another body on board and you still get to mill. So yeah, I was like, alright, I special summon from hand. Oh wait, I didn't do that. Doing Foolish Burial. Then get the other Mizuki, you know. I mean, I guess it's better to have another Mizuki than another dark monster in the grave, because it doesn't really do anything. So I guess that's why I picked Foolish Burial. Sorry, I'm just checking. I don't remember what I do next in this video. I know I bring something. I think I bring Sucker back. And this is all going first. So what I would do is I'd bring Sucker back. No, I wouldn't bring Sucker back. What do I even have? I'd bring Frolin back Yeah, no, don't do that. Frolin would be a much, much better card on the field right now than Sucker. I think I realized that too. Yeah, there you go. So yeah. So what you do is, no, you do not synchro. So basically you put the Frolin on the board, and then, oh, I'm linking off, but I should have went for Doom King instead. Yeah. So you use those two, go into, she was here. But yeah, now you have Vampire Sucker, and now you have Frolin. So during their standby phase, since you have Zombie World, he's going to come back, you're going to draw an extra card, and you have a Frolin, so all your zombies are basically protected, and whenever she activates, you chain Boulder Rock to it. So, and I drew an Ash Blossom off of that. So during your opponent's turn, you have an Ash, you have 2 negates, or 1 negate, technically, and you have a free Banish, so I don't know, I think that's a pretty good hand, too. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this deck profile plus test hand video. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below what you think about this deck now, that it's different, and that I think personally that it's way better than it was, especially with the test hands. So yeah, just give us your feedback down below, and we'll be also uploading today the 100 subscriber live duel. It's a special duel where I actually use this deck against Tyler, and he uses, we're going to have 2 parts to it. In the first part, he uses Trickstar, and the second part, he uses Burning Abyss. So that's going to be pretty fun, and I hope you enjoy that, and hopefully we'll see you there, and thanks for watching.